It's 5:30 a.m. here on the West Coast, and I want to thank you guys for joining us. In the bottom left side of Orbital Shipyard, we've got the red Protoss player. It's State. It's up 1-0 currently in the series.
In the top right, as the purple Terran, it is InZaNe.
So just kind of going back on what the, I guess, rumblies would be for that previous game. The thing I think I dislike the most, like, when you would see the Roddy build, right? And for those who don't know what we're referring to here, it's just like proxy tempests. That was always funny because it was fairly all in and very dedicated. You barely had the money to make it work. The way State did that just now, you pointed out the third base economy, like, there really could have been a transition behind it should he have needed it.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it's a very frustrating build, and if State thinks that it's a free win, then I'm willing to believe him. But then again, people thought that Liberator builds, when Legacy of the Void came out, was a free win, and then the Ravager shot was the key. So, I mean, it it could be, and let's not forget that Arena is also eventually going to be phased out. Like, that is also apparently very specific to the map. This is interesting. Very early aggression from State. So he started off last game with early aggression, but it wasn't really entirely committed. It just went over his 2 bases. This is very committed.
Well, I mean, we say that, but we actually, I guess maybe, was it you I was casting with? Was it MC maybe who did this? Like, I cast something like just recently where this happened, failed, and still ended up winning.
PvP?
No, PvP, and it had, I think it was MC versus Alive actually. So that was casting Fear Dragon. But same thing on Orbital. You put down the 2. Actually, this would make more sense because if MC did it versus Alive, he's been coaching State. Tells State to do the same build. Makes more sense.
True facts.
It's something that, like, it looks really committed, but weirdly enough isn't. One of the big things we discussed during that game was how, like, in the past, you would have people like Stardust throw gateways into just straight up the mineral lines or whatever. Like, this mineral cost investment of 2 gateways in the pylon, it's not that high considering how much extra money you have in Legacy of the Void, but Mothership Core leaves a little bit too early. The Adept will still try and clean up the Reaper. Oh, she could catch it, actually. Ooh.
Oh, so close.
Woman, you nasty. One of the big important parts of this was InZaNe building this bunker on the low ground. We've been talking about this more and more as we've been casting this matchup consistently, and it's not this map specific. You want this bunker here so that the probe can't put down pylons for free, that there's not just going to be a bunch of overcharges in your face right away. Ooh, now that's a little committed. This is a little bit different than just throwing down a couple of gateways.
The pylons are still going to go down, and the bunker only covers so much, so basically throwing down additional bunkers. He did get that scout off and knows that it's pretty committed. Sees all the adepts now, and this is just, this is going to be very frustrating.
So, one of the key ways that, like, this is very important is those pylons need to tear open a wall. They open the supply depot, they let the adepts signing transfer to the main, and things get messy from there. That's the dedication from State for this. What I find interesting through the Robo is the fact that with this, like, potentially Immortals following this up, this busts the bunker, it busts anything that he wouldn't be able to break with this, but adepts do get to the main. A lot of SUVs awkwardly pulled because, of course, they're trying to repair something that's dead.
Yeah, and what InZaNe is going for is, once again, great versus Warp Prism builds.
Oh, he loaded the bunker.
You really hope that the supply depot will cover anything else, the wall will cover anything else. Like, his build right now is not too helpful. It's very unit light, and he needs units.
The probe's still alive. He could actually put pylon on the high ground and go ham, super ham. Mothership Core going to die, but it's probably better because
that's a mistake.
You'll have more energy if you rebuild a new one than if you just sat there waiting for it to regenerate.
I guess it's true. Gotta get over here though, and the adept count really isn't that high. I mean the marine count, it's not very high either. But oh god, more adepts.
The adepts are gonna make sure it doesn't get too high.
This is game. Like had he had 2 barracks, it still would have been a tough hold, but at least that would have been, a lot more production than he tried to get up a starport, which you can't even really afford anything from because he's not mining gas anymore.
The Immortal is gonna break that supply depot immediately. It's gonna kill any tank that comes out. That's game. And Zane's just got to be sitting here. Like, this is a game you look at, and this looks super imba.
This is, yeah. These are more the games that people have a real problem with Protoss than I guess those.
I
feel like we're blessed with macro game with Protoss, and I don't know why, but this is the type of stuff that I would, like to see in a tournament play. It's ruthless, it's brutal, but it is going to get you those wins.
This is the type of game